Right, before I start, I just want to point out I'm very fucking aware how blue these shoes are. Have you ever seen anything more blue in your life? Jesus, look at who's made these shoes? They're so blue. I've never seen anything more blue in the whole world. Right, and I bought them. I bought them with money that I went to work. I went to work. Right, and then I bought these shoes. Like, basically what happened, right, is I was day drinking in Brighton, I started day drinking, right, and I guess at some point my shoes must have broke, and then I guess at some point I went to buy more shoes, all right, but apparently when I drunk shop, I just buy anything that's the bluest thing that's ever existed in this world. I just think it's a fucking mad, but basically I just woke up the next day, just still wearing the bluest shoes ever. Why? I just don't know why. Listen. What makes it worse is I'm also dressed entirely in blue. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm on an audition for the Blue Man Group. Do you know what I mean? If you ask me how I'm feeling today, I'm feeling kind of blue, which is a Miles Davis album. I don't know if you know about that. I just want to do a little jazz joke. It's not really a joke. I just said I know the name of a jazz album there. It's not a joke, is it? It's not a joke. I know, I've heard of jazz, mate. Well, basically what I'm trying to say is I'm the person that Eiffel 65 are writing that song about. Do you know what I mean? That's me. That's me. There's some older people at the back, some guys at the front who were like, we're not really aware of that seminal band from the 90s. But that's fine. They're just French people who like to sing about blue things. And I'm that guy. That's me, man. I'm just trying to say, right, I just thought I'd bring it up because you're going to be like, that guy is really blue. And it might distract you from my sort of jokes, right? But now I realise I'm saying that, all of them would be so far being about how blue I am. So it doesn't really work out, does it? So I'm gonna move on from the blue. I just thought I'd mention the blue. None of you were originally thinking about the blue. It's fine. It's fucking deep blue sea over here. I'm a giant shark. It's all good, right? Basically, on the last weekend, I took my son on his first ever roller coaster ride. Went to Chessington World of Adventures, or what I like to call it, Ultimate Queuing Land. Like, honestly, all you do, like an hour and a half average queue length, right? Have you ever looked into the face of a child, right, and seen an equal mix of boredom and fear? It's like it was on the third year of a kidnap. Do you know what I mean? It's like this has been scary, but I'm starting to settle in. I put a few pictures of my family around the old kidnapping room. I don't know where people put people when they've been kidnapped. Like a cave. I was gonna say a cave, but that really says a certain kind of kidnapping, doesn't it? And I'm not necessarily saying my kid was kidnapped by ISIS, but it could be in a room in a house, it could be in a sort of tent by a river. I don't know who's kidnapping my child, but I'm just saying it was a bit like that, right? But when we got on the ride, right, he was really scared. And when the barrier came down, he'd never been on a roller coaster before. We went to this thing called the Dragon's Fury, right? Which I don't know if you've been to Chessington. That is waltzers and a roller coaster at the same time. That's a bold move for your first roller coaster, isn't it? Right? But he was so scared, he almost burst into tears, right? So I was like, dude, the only way to do a roller coaster when you're this scared, right, is you just shout and just swear as much as you can, right? I'll give you free rein. He's 11 years old. I was like, I'll give you free rein to swear, right? And then as soon as the ride started going, I was like, shit, what have I let myself sort of in for here? Because he plays online Fortnite. I've heard what people say. On online Fortnite. You can come out of all sorts of stuff. C's at best. I was going to say. Do you know what I mean? But I was like, well, if he comes out of something really bad, I'm going to have a serious talk with him on the next incline. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be like, I know there's another drop coming and I said you could swear, but we're going to have a serious talk about what you said. Do you know what I mean? But luckily for me, and I think this is a sign of good parenting, all he did was shout shit on a biscuit like 40 times. Shit on a biscuit! Like he was fucking flying around. I think that's a sign of good parenting. It's creative. Do you know what I mean? It's creative because you don't normally shit on a biscuit, do you? And no one's ever going to eat that, mate. Do you know what I mean? That's come from his own brain there. I don't know where he's heard that. And also, it covers one of the main food groups. Biscuits, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. But it was a hard. And when we got to the end, I was like, shit on a biscuit, dude. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. Don't want to brag, but I've been mistaken for a homeless person on 2 separate occasions. Last year, in a year predominantly known for people staying in their own house. Yeah. The first time, in fairness, I was sat outside Sports Direct, one shoe on, waiting for it to open, and an old lady gave me £1.87, right? And I took it, obviously, because I needed to buy another shoe, didn't I? I didn't buy another shoe, right? And at Sports Direct, that's almost all you need. It's almost all you need. £1.87 because normally when I'm not wearing the bluest shoes of all time, I buy these Slashingers which cost 18 quid because for 4 years they'd be 18 quid and a 70% off sale. Surely by now that's just how much they cost, isn't it? That's how much they cost, isn't it? Because if they're 70% off, that means at one point these Slashingers were $89.99. No one's ever gone to Sports Direct and bought shoes for $89.99. It's never happened. It's never happened. I just think it's weird to put such an arbitrary number that the shoes have never cost. So I mean, they could have been like these shoes, where it used to be £100,000. These shoes are £100,000, but now they're 900% off. I can't do maths. I write jokes. I write jokes. I'm not going to sit at home and make sure they're all mathematically sound. Do you know what I mean? I don't care if that doesn't work out. But I'm just saying it's never happened. It's weird to do it. The second time I was mistaken for a homeless person, I was outside my house cleaning up fag ends, right? And a guy walked past, offered me a cigarette, and I was like, I'm tidying up. I'm tidying up, mate. I'm not going to smoke these fags, mate. I'm tidying up. Anyway, that's my time. Anyway, I don't know where the mic stand's going. Where's who? Has one of you guys took the mic stand? Be honest. Oh, it is there. Right.